respect and affection for Lord Shiva. I hope you all remember it. Good. Srimad Gopi Sharam Bande Shankaram Karunamayam Shreya Sarva Klesha Haram Devam Vrindaranya Rati Padam. So let us begin with our Mangala Charan as Srila Prabhupada very kindly, affectionately standardize what to pray, how to pray. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Yenanjanasalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Padantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Juta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavangsha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanitam Tam Sajivam Sadaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanitangsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpataruvesha Kripa Sindhubhayeva cha Patitanam Pavanebho Vaishnavebho Namo 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 Mahabadannaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratise Namo He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanto Radha Kanta Namastate Srimad Gopi Sharam Bande Sankaram Karunamayam Sarva Klesha Haram Devam Vrindaranarati Pradam Bhakta Vihinaya Paradalakshe Shipta Shakamadhitaranga Madhe Kripamaitam Saranam Prapanna Brinde Namaste Charanarvindam Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vindam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. First of all, I like to hear what do you remember from last week or last weekend class. Mother Krishna Chokshi, what do you remember?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. From what I remember, we talked about glorifying like the Shiva Tattvas and the whole history behind it and how it is like really significant.
What is tattva means? Do you know what is tattva means?
It's like an element.
It's a truth. Truth that exists by its own right. So there is a ontological truth and there is a relative truth. Ontological truth will never change. Nobody can change. Nobody has a power to change. Like Krishna is supreme God. Whether you believe or not believe does not matter. You follow? Somebody accept or not accept doesn't matter. He is eternally the supreme personality of Godhead. So certain truth exists by its own right. Other truth, like application. Okay, you chant 16 rounds. Somebody will say, I want to advance more. Okay, change to 32 rounds. Somebody chants 64 rounds. So which one is the truth? 16? That's relative truth. How much is you needed and how much Guru wants you to chant. You follow? Is that difficult to understand? Relative truth is depends on time, place, circumstances. But absolute truth does not depend on anything or anyone. It is Krishna himself made it. He declared. All of you are servant of Krishna. Even Nanda Maharaj, even Mother Jashoda, they are all servant. But they have a relationship as a parents. But underlining relationship, they want to please Krishna. They want to serve. That will never change. Then we also discuss, I believe, that our life should be purpose driven. Gopal Govinda Prabhu. Do you remember it? We should have a purpose driven life. Can you write it down? Say, my life should be purpose driven. Purpose driven means who you are, whose you are, and where you are. You have to memorize that. Whose you are, who you are, or you can say who we are, or whose we are, or where we are. When you know very clearly, then you will be able to progress. We did discuss about Shiva's position in relation to Krishna. Who remembers? Well, who is the origin of Shiva is where? In Shiva? No. Very good. This is intelligent. If you can remember whole life, you will have a challenge. Maybe you're not looking to challenge someone, but majority people has a misunderstanding. They think Shiva's origin is in Shiva. No. And I gave you some reference. You remember? From Chaitanya Charitamrita. And 2, 3 reference I gave. 20 chapter Madhya. Those are very good just to memorize that. So origin of Shiva in Krishna. Where is the origin of Krishna? Origin of Shiva is not in Shiva, origin of Shiva in Krishna. But what about origin of Krishna? Who remembers? Oh, you know what you're going to think? Boy, he asked too many questions. Yes, Mother Mihika.
Prabhuji, Krishna doesn't have an origin. He's the absolute truth.
You have to say origin of Krishna in Krishna.
Yes.
Yes, everything has to have an origin. Origin of Krishna in Krishna. So you can write it down. I want everybody to remember those little key points. Write it. Krishna is by himself, for himself, of himself. Who made him? Himself. Who made him God? Himself. For who? For himself. More you grow up, bigger, this will be like, wow, these are powerful thing if you can grow up with this understanding. So write it down. Sri Krishna is by himself, comma, for himself, comma, of himself. Second, he is always endowed with inconceivable potency. I want you to write it down, this one. Inconceivable potency means nobody can know him completely. Even he is trying to find out about him too. One time he looked at in the mirror. He was walking in Dwarka. And whenever Krishna walks, he has like hundreds of ministers and others. And he looked at, he found a most beautiful person in the whole creation. Krishna was so happy. He said, wow, look at him. I never saw a beautiful person like him. And he immediately asked him, can I be your friend? Would you like to be my friend? And Uddhava in his back is thinking, wow, this is so funny. Then Krishna looked at Uddhava. Did you see him? Say, yes, my lord. We are following you eternally. What do you mean? That's you in the reflection. You follow? There was not another person. Krishna himself fell in love with himself. He said, wow, so beautiful. I want to be your friend. Then Uddhava said, that's your reflection, my lord. What kind of God do you worship? It's unparalleled beauty. It's so nice, no? Once you meet Krishna face to face, you will forget all the beauty of the world because his beauty supersedes. Any attraction you have in this world, you lose attraction because Krishna is million times more attractive than it. Even Lord Shiva, even Narayan are attracted to him. Last week also we mentioned that we come from where? Tatastha region. And I gave you reference. Maybe some of you can write it. When you grow big, this will help you a lot. You will have a clear understanding where you come from, why you're going through tough time in life, why there is a death, a birth, why, how did I come to this world in the beginning? Well, this is answering. Write down Adi Leela CC. CC means Chaitanya Charitamrita. Adi 5.45. And then another one, you write it down, please. SB. SB means what? Who knows what is SB means?
Srimad Bhagavatam.
Yes, very good. Srimad Bhagavatam, SB 4.28.55. If you have access, you can read it. You'll be surprised. We left from the marginal point, we came here. We made a decision. You made a decision. Don't ask me why you made decision. Ask yourself. We make our biggest power, each of us. You know what is our biggest power? Is our desire. Remember this. Our desire caused us here, and our desire will cause us go back home. It's all started from sound. Everything started from sound. How did you come to this world? From the sound. How this world came into? from sound. Where does it say? Write it down. SV 3.26.32.
Is, is it Srimad Bhagavatam, Prabhuji?
Yes, SB means Srimad Bhagavatam. SB 3.26.32. When you have time, read it. Prabhupada gave a very nice explanation that how from sound everything started and how, when you'll go back by the sound, chanting Hare Krishna, hearing Bhagavatam, same sound will take you back home. We also discussed, yes, last week. Oh my God, time is going so fast. I'm just trying to like catch up quick. That when we misuse our free will, we came. I hope you remember. Then when our connection with Krishna disconnected, then the secondary world manifest. When Maya appear, when secondary world, material world appear, you know when? When you are disconnected with Krishna. Any one of you know when can you see your shadow?
In the light.
No. Aren't you in front of light? Do you see your shadow? Come on, it's a simple thing. When you turn back from the light, you can do it right now. Turn back from your light, you can see your shadow. During the daytime, when sun rises, you can see your shadow when? When you turn back to the sun. When you are with Krishna, you never see Maya. That's the point. You see Maya or material world when you turn away. Then, in a short, in near future or someday future, I'll give more explanation in a practice, but you just write it down. That moment, disconnection with Krishna caused a disease in our heart called impersonalism. Just write it down. You may not understand completely, but it will be healthy. But you may understand. I don't know, because you all are bright, seems like. And then you write down, from impersonalism, loneliness came. Do you know loneliness? Maybe you don't. But if you think of translating loneliness, you'll be bored to be in one room for whole 7 days without talking anyone, without looking anything. I doubt you go 7 days. Even few hours you don't want. You want to look at something, you want to talk to someone or something. Why? Because loneliness is there. Where this loneliness comes? In spiritual world, there is no loneliness? No. They never feel bored. You know, bored, boring life. They don't have this. Okay. Another point I also mentioned, maybe I did not, I don't remember. Can you live without loving someone else? Write it down. No one can live. You write it down like this. No one can live without loving someone. If you don't find a human being, then you love dog, cats. In America, we see that everywhere. They love dog and cat. You know why? Because they don't find that satisfaction loving family member and others. Even with dog and cat, they just, but nobody. So first line you write it down like this. No one can live without loving someone. Then you write down, loving propensity will never be satisfied even by loving your entire family, entire country, entire human race, entire world, you will never be satisfied completely until you come to Krishna. Love can become all embracing. I don't know, maybe I'm speaking fast, but you have the recording or anybody records this? Okay, so you can say love can become all embracing only when you understand Krishna is the supreme beloved. This is what Prabhupada said. And it's true. Even you have everybody in you, all your 100 friends in the school. I know you don't have 100 friends, okay, 10 or 5. Gopal, Govinda Prabhu is thinking, what is talking about 100 friends? I don't have 100 friends. 5 or 10, whatever. Even if you have 100, even if you have 1,000 friends, you'll never be completely happy. Even if you love the whole world, you'll never be completely happy until when you learn to love Krishna. Okay, good. Then we discussed we are always with Krishna. Write it down also, cc.adi.2.94. You are always with Krishna. I just want you to all meditate on it every day, a few minutes if you can. You will have a fear goes away. Believe me. Fear, literary fear in your heart will go away. Fear. When you focus on that verse, that you are always with Krishna. Because whole world, that verse says, Krishna eka sarvasray, Krishna sarvadham, Krishna sarire sarva vishwara visnam. Even material world, even the Zoom, these are all within Krishna's body. We are always with Krishna, just that we are not aware of it. Okay, then we discuss, there's a 3 concept of Shiva, but mainly 2, say. One is Vishnu Tattva Shiva. We did discuss that, no? Vishnu Tattva Shiva, Gopeshwar Mahadev, yes, Rameshwaram. Then another Shiva is Rudra Tattva Shiva, Shambhu Tattva Shiva. So this is what I wanted to discuss, but somehow or other, I'm always being punished by the time since many, many years. This morning I had a 4-hour classes. There's a lot of devotees were there, but 4 hours and it was going on, but I did not, still I felt like I was not enough getting time. That's very strange. So I'll give you very quickly okay, one Shiva, that Vishnu Tattva Shiva, he is controller of Maya. Maya can never influence. Generally, he is found in spiritual world. Then there is another Shiva Tattva between Vaikuntha and material world. What is between Vaikuntha and material world?
Brahmajyoti.
Huh?
The heavens, like where
Brahmajyoti.
No,
all the demigods live.
no.
Brahmajyoti. Brahmajyoti.
Earth?
Huh?
Mahesh Dham. And I give you reference how you can find those important. These are nice. Madhalila CCM.21.49. So spiritual world is there and the material world is here. In between,
Again.
CCM, M means Madha, 21.49. It will give you sequence. Where does Shiva lives? He lives not in spiritual world, not in material world. Then where? He's in the border between these two. So by worshipping Shiva without Krishna, you will never go to spiritual world. You can get out of material world, but you cannot enter into spiritual world. You'll be stuck. I did discuss, I think, if you remember, didn't I discuss that how border is not a place of anybody, no man's land? Yeah, good, good. So CCM.21.53, you'll find a very interesting point. Prabhupada writes that who remembers that you got this physical body right now you have? Where did you get it from? From your parents. Then at night when you dream, you have a subtle body. Where did you get the subtle body from? Who remembers? You have three body. Write it down. You have three body, three heart. When somebody has a heart problem, where do they go? They go to heart surgeon. Yeah. If a girl tells you, "Oh, that boy broke my heart," are you going to suggest her to go to heart surgeon? But she said her heart got broken. How are you going to fix the broken heart? That's an emotional heart. Is that understood? So we have a subtle body which has an emotion, mind is there, that has 16 things, just like this physical body. At night you dream. You went to Louis Bazaar, shopping, lot of stuff, because a lot of devotee goes to Vrindavan, Louis Bazaar, and you buying all this. But then your mom will say, no, she didn't go to Louis Bazaar. She was sleeping in her room in America, in Texas. But then in your dream, you are in Louis Bazaar in India. Which one is false? Which one is true? Both has a existence. One is subtle, one is physical. Then you have a spiritual body, has a spiritual heart. In that heart, Krishna is there. So write it down. Krishna is in the center of my consciousness. Where is the heart in the spiritual body? In the center. Center means when you think of Krishna, when you chant of Krishna, Krishna is there. Krishna is there with you. You just have to be aware. So in 53 verse, you will see Prabhupada explains how the Shiva and Durga are the parents of your subtle body, emotional body. Is that clear, everybody? You got this physical body from your parents here, but they didn't give you subtle body. You were there before you came in their life. So in your subtle body, subtle body is produced by Durga and Shiva union. That is called Shiva Lingam. You saw Shiva Lingam, no? Everybody saw Shiva Lingam. Okay. And spiritual body is directly Krishna. Krishna created that. You are eternally there. It's not that we are created, we are eternally exist, but still we have to say it in order to understand that. So you have a three body and three different personality created. Just for an example, When you see Buddhism, Buddhist people, they are also all over the world. Buddhist, what is their goal of life? Anybody knows? What is that called? Nirvan. Buddhi Satta. You can write it down because they are big number and they're also trying. But if, okay, let's put it a metaphor. For an example, um, I'm going to try it because of the time. Uh, in Bhagavad Gita, we found Krishna give a hint. Material world is under Durga Devi. Durga means jail, prison. For rectification, Krishna put us here to correct ourselves. In Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, you will be happy to see how Krishna opens your eye to show you something that you are in a jail. Some prisoner maybe has a first class jail. Mother Krishna Chokshi. If you get shakal with made of gold, and Gopal Govinda Prabhu got shakal made of silver, and Mihika mother got shakal made of iron. Now you got a shakal made of gold. So who is feeling more pain and less pain?
Everybody feels the same pain.
Very intelligent. So it doesn't matter gold made of gold or silver. So in the material world, even though we see rich people, poor people, all kinds of people, heaven, hell, all kinds of. So it is there, first class prisoner, in Krishnanagar on the way to Mayapur. I don't know if any one of you went to Mayapur. There's a place called Krishnanagar. You have to pass through. Krishnanagar, when Mayapur had a robbery, two times, 1982, 84. None of you are born, I think. Don't look like. So I was there. I was a young boy. And so in order for them to get along, so they got caught. Some people got caught who came to rob us. But in order to put them in prison for a long time, you have to notify in front of judge that he is this. So we went to the jail to point out. So when we went there, we saw on the ground floor there are some prisoner, and there's a second floor, third floor. It's a big prison house in Krishnanagar. So on the ground floor, the prisoner were laughing. So then myself and Jarabharat Prabhu, we both were there. And it's like, why they're laughing? They're in the jail. They're supposed to be sad and depressed, right? If you're in a prison, you're supposed to be suffering. But they're laughing. So we asked the police officer, aren't they prisoner? He said, yes. He said, why they are happy? It looks like they're happy, laughing, joking amongst themselves. He said, you can ask. So we went there. He said, hey, you are in a jail. They are behind the bar, but we are outside. He said, you are inside the bar. You cannot get out. You are in prison. But you are happy. He said, because we are happy. Then they pointed out up there. He said, those guys get 4 times whips. I don't know if nowadays they give or not, but those days they used to, whips. None of you probably got it. So he said, they get every day 4 times whips. We get only one time. We are lucky. We are happy. Mother Sanvi, do you agree with them? They say they are happy. They get only one time whip.
I don't agree because they still endured the pain.
They're still in the jail. Very good answer. You are intelligent, much more intelligent than those guys. I still remember, like, wow, they are happy. And they think really they're happy. They don't feel they need to get out. This is the biggest problem for us. Please remember this. All these people in this material world, so when they are, this is the material world is a prison. In the prison, there is a different gradation of prisoner. But there is a mosquito, there is a cold weather in the prison, and some people say, oh, it's too cold. They are in the prison, but they feel cold. So some charioteer comes. Oh, you feel cold? Here is a blanket. Oh, thank you. Now I'm happy. You are happy. And then another person comes. You want one more blanket? Oh, you are so kind. I feel I'm very happy. As a result, they're forgetting the whole purpose of their life should be get out of the prison. But majority people do not think to get out of prison. This is unfortunate. I hope you got caught what I was trying to present. You follow? Majority people in this world, they don't think they need to get out because they are happy. They're trying, trying to patch it. Oh, there's a mosquito. Okay, we have a mosquito net. Wow, we got mosquito net. We don't have any more problem. Are you are still in the prison? But they forgot it. Most of the beside the devotees, outside Kormi, they don't think it's anything wrong. As long they have more money or little more medicine or maybe long life, they are happy. So this is a conception our acharyas are saying. With that conception, they're making choices. Why I'm giving all this? I will tell you where the Shiva consciousness coming. Majority people in this world, they never think of Shiva is that consciousness. I want you to remember. Please write it down. A deeper truth. I'll tell you a deeper truth. Most of your choices or most of our choices are made through us by the three modes of material nature. Can you remember that? Most of our choices are made through us by the three modes of material nature. So I give you an example. In one palace in Lanka, three brothers were there. One was Ravana, one was Kumbhakarna, one was Vibhishan. They all three brothers lived in a same palace, same kingdom. But one was influenced by Tamagun or ignorance. One was influenced by Rajagun, Ravana. Tamagun is Kumbhakarna. And Sattvagun is Bibhishan. But they all live in the same palace. But their perception is different. What we watch, what we eat, what we desire, whom we associate with, everything in your life, in our life, shaped by these three gunas. In a one building in San Diego, I saw the bottom floor was liquor shop. Second floor was a gym, exercise place, fitness center. And on top was the temple. It was a rental place. because it was the middle of the city and we didn't have any place. All three in the same building. Similarly, we live on whichever floor our consciousness turned to. I still remember as a young boy in San Diego, I saw some people coming from the street going to the liquor shop. Some people coming from the street going to the gym, fitness center. Some people, once in a rare case, would come up to the temple. You are not bound to any floor. You can rise. Now, where Krishna consciousness come, I'm going to tell you. Krishna consciousness come that you can rise above all three. How? By bhakti. If you think any desire you have, say, I feel like I want to have enough money in life. Who is desiring? It's Rajagun. Through you. And you think that you are desiring. If you say, I want to live a happy place, a beautiful place with a garden, mountain, ocean view like this, all kinds of. Okay. Sattvagun using you to make a desire. But people will say, oh, that's your desire. No. Anybody desiring anything in this material world, modes are influencing each person to desire. Where does Shiva consciousness comes here? That is Shiva consciousness. You think people think like this? No. So you write a question. Do I choose my interest or do my interest choose me? You write it and you'll be surprised. Do we choose our interest or do our interest choose us? We all can think of several things in our life that are important for us, but just don't interest us. Yes, we can increase our interest in them by repeatedly doing those things and by associating with individuals who are deeply interested in those things. Still, such conscientiously means with intelligence, cultivated interest may never becomes as strong as natural interest. Now, some of you may be thinking like, why can't just choose our interest? Why can't we just choose our interest? Because we can only direct our body, mind, machine, not define or redefine it. When you are born, this machine called body came with, please remember this. This may be too much philosophy, but this will help you in future. When you are born, some innate philosophical inclination which undergird your natural interest. As those interests come to us based on factors beyond our control in this life. It may be said that our interests choose us. Then can we do anything about our interest? Yes and no. I'll tell you both. Yes, in the sense that we can choose choose among our interest. Say, I want to chant. I want to also talk to my friend, just, having fun talk for 1 hour. Or you can say, I want to also chant. Both are there. You follow? Can you notice that? Lot of things in your life like this. So I'll say first, no. Can we do anything about our interest? No. In the sense that we may need to acknowledge that something may never interest us naturally. It might be best if we choose a life vocation that is in harmony with our natural interest. And it is also, yes, in the sense that we can choose among our interest. Some of our interests may drag us back or down. For example, interest in mindless acquisition, consumption driven by excessive greed. In contrast, some other interests may draw up ahead. For an example, say you are a good singer. I'm sure some of you love singing, or teaching, or managing, that enable us to grow and contribute, both materially and spiritually. So, by careful observation or self observation, we can understand how our various interests are affecting us. Then we can nourish our healthy interest by consciously attending to them, and starve our unhealthy interest by consciously neglecting them. Like when I wake up little early. When I wake up, someday it gives, body is important, I need to rest. And then I think, well, death can come. Chanting is more important than just rest. So then, what I do? I jump from the bed, go take shower, start chanting. I'm giving you very practical. This in this life you'll see. So we can go along with our natural interests that are in harmony with life's ultimate spiritual purpose, and thereby growing towards our full potential. So please write it down. Remember this. We cannot always choose our interest, but we can always choose among our interest. Does that make sense? Okay, good, good. I have a problem that I actually thought of many things to share, but then I never thought of time limits. You probably already heard me last 2 weeks that he always talk about time is like challenging. It is, time is challenging. Please write it down. Sambhu Tattva or Rudra Tattva Shiva. Not in the spiritual world, not in the material world. Affecting us every moment in our life. If you feel tired, I feel tired to go to sleep. You know where this consciousness coming? It's not you. It's not the soul. That is Shiva consciousness. Really? Yeah. So I'll give you five wonderful elements that create Shiva consciousness. Could be more, but five at least I found from Prabhupada's books. First one is, write it down, Kalapurusha. Can I go on talking to you 6-7 hours from now? what will happen? Thank you. Yes, you'll fall asleep. That is called Kala Purusha. First thing, first. In spiritual world, you can stay awake million days without sleep because it's within you control. But here you don't. Why? Because Shiva consciousness called Kala Purusha has a beginning, has an end, has a middle. I need to get a job. I need to buy a car. I need to do this. I need to do that. Who is telling you? Shiva consciousness. So please write it down. First is Kala Purusha. Where do we find about Kala Purusha? BS means Brahma Sanghita 5.7. It says, Mayaya aramanasya na viyogostaya. Do you feel sometime you are limited? I wish I would have more intelligence. I wish I was not tired. I wish I would have a better body. I wish I would have. Do you know where the you thinking about? You think this is what you thinking? No. It is Shiva consciousness in you making you to think like that. In spiritual world, they never have this problem. They don't think like that. So write it down. B as Brahma Samhita 5.7 and 8. It's very clearly written. Maya is limited, non-absolute. Will make you like tired. Can the class be finished so we can go to sleep? Who is thinking this? Who? The soul? No, not the soul. It's the Shiva consciousness that you have trapped in, making you think like this. Okay, this is a very short way. Second, so first I said what? Kala Purusha, time. Second is you write down Guna Avatar. Guna Avatar, this is CCM.20.311. 20.311. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Anandam Buddhivardhanam Pratipadam Purnamrita Ashadanam. You can enjoy unlimitedly. Gopal Govinda Prabhu, if I give you a big plate of prasadam, you already ate. Now I bring you another plate of prasadam, what are you going to say? Can't eat anymore. Why? Because you are limited. Where are you coming up with this limitation? In spiritual world, can they eat 1,000 rasgulla? Oh yes. Can they eat millions gulab jam? Yes. How is possible? Because they are not limited. Shiva consciousness is not there. Shiva consciousness limiting through the body, through your mind even. Because you are made, you are influenced by these four things. Inertia of illusion, minuteness of jiva, slightest degree of cognition, slightest degree of pleasure. This is very technical, but this is what made this guna. And it you embraced it, you are infected with it right now. With this, you can never meet Krishna. You have to purify it. Sometimes you say, I'm tired. I don't need to know any more philosophy. Just forget it. I want to go to sleep. Where do you come up with this? Because of that. Shiva consciousness within you, making you feeling like this. Okay, third. Sangha Vishesh Avas. Sangha Vishesh Avas. where this idea coming that you want to enjoy this matter, dead matter. In spiritual world, they never enjoy dead matter. But in the material world, everybody enjoy dead matter. You know dead matter? Anything you eat, these are all dead. Anything you want to enjoy, these are all dead matter. The whole world is made of two things, conscious being and matter. What is matter? Matter means absence of consciousness. In spiritual world, nothing is made of matter. When you offer a mango, you look at a mango. You see mango has a some portion very good ripen, very nice. That's goodness. Some part of the mango you'll say, maybe another day it will become more ripened. Means tamogun is there. One part of the mango you'll say, oh, this is little too soft, over ripened, little bit. It's tamogun is there, rajagun is there, sattvagun is there. It's over ripened is tamogun. Under ripened is rajagun. Perfectly ripened is sattvagun. So where is the mango? It's a matter. But matter is influenced by the three modes. Can you taste it as a soul? No. You taste it through the body, another dead matter. Anything you are enjoying. But in spiritual world, you don't need any matter. Vaikunter Pitibadi Shakali Chinmay. So what happened? This is you have to have a good faith in it. When you offer something to Krishna, okay, it was made of Tamagun, Rajagun, Sattvagun, the mango. Now you offer to Krishna. What happened? It's spiritualized. Spiritualized means that connection with Krishna, spirit, it reawaken his original natural, conscious, part of conscious world. Like when you drink water, do you drink also the glass or just the water? No, I know you don't drink the glass, but I still have to ask you just to make sure that you heard me. So when you drink the water is finished, but the glass still remains. So when you eat food that is offered to Krishna, what contains the prasadam, the container, material elements will come out through the body as a stool, urine, like that. But the prasadam, spiritualized substance, is not turning to matter. It spiritualizes your consciousness and your body. And more you subtle way you think about it, you'll see the result. Okay, now back to this. Number 3 is a Shanga Vishesh Abhas. Please write it down. cc.m. 20.273. Over there it spoke that soul, how did you come to material world? Who brought you here? How did you come?
Parents.
Parents gave you the physical body. Parents didn't bring you to the material world.
Is it our desire, Babaji?
Yes, you had a desire, but how did you come in contact with the matter? Maya is matter, dead matter. Krishna does not escort to Maya. So how did you come here?
Because of our karma. Subtle
No,
body.
not no. Karma is product of this world. But I'm talking before you came to the world. How did you come in contact with the material world? So you open Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya-lila 20.273. Prabhupada explained this very nicely. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained this. It is Lord Shiva. From the day one, your material existence, Lord Shiva is with you. Lord Shiva consciousness with you. Otherwise, you have no access to the Maya or material world. You follow? Nobody can escape from Shiva consciousness. Nobody except one who took shelter of bhakti. You can escape by taking shelter of Krishna. Okay, number 4. I'm giving you a very short version. Number 4, I'm just giving you reference and you can read later. Number 4 is Ahankar Sarup. Write down Ahankar Sarup. The false ego. Where did you get the false ego? Brahma Samhita 5.16. Write it down, 16. You got it from Shiva. Krishna does not have a false ego. Lord Shiva has a false ego. In order for you to be even in the Zoom right now, to think, I'm a girl, I'm a boy, I'm American, I'm this, I'm that, even that conception you have, you need a false ego. Because soul is pure servant of Krishna. How can you think you are a girl? Mother Krishna Chokshi, are you a girl or boy? Oh my God, what a question.
I'm a girl.
You're a girl. How do you think you're a girl? The soul has no gender like this. But Shiva consciousness when in you, now you think I'm a girl. Gopal Govinda Sam Prabhu said, I'm a boy, Prabhu. I'm American. These are false conception in one sense to the soul. But don't do this in the immigration. If you come to the airport, immigration, don't say I'm a servant of God. They want to know your exact name in your passport. Otherwise, they will not allow you. But you have to understand that actually you are at the soul level, you are connected with Krishna. At the physical level, you are not connecting with Krishna. You are connected with Shiva. So it is a cultivation. You know why cultivation? You have to force yourself to become a devotee. It is not going to be automatically. You have to convince yourself, I want to be devotee. I want to become devotee. I will. Then this false conception will slowly, slowly disappear. Who are you, Gopal Govinda Sam Prabhu? I'm a servant of the servant of Srila Prabhupada, who is a servant of Krishna. Oh, very good. Slowly, slowly you change your consciousness. You follow? You have a material consciousness, you have a spiritual consciousness. Keep it side by side as long you are here. Slowly, slowly spiritualize the whole thing. And then you're done. I mentioned, I think last week, maybe not. Write it down SB.88, 10.88.3. In other words, if you are a Shiva worshipper, is everybody is a Shiva, how many people has a Shiva consciousness, you think?
Everyone.
10%, 10%, 80%, 50%,
100.
100%. That is intelligent answer. Good. 100%. Everybody has a Shiva consciousness. Now, if you want to get out of Maya, I'm giving you a reference. SB 10.88.5. You can never get out of Maya by worshipping anybody else but Krishna. What about worshipping Shiva as a devotee? You can worship Shiva as a devotee, it will help you. But still you have to worship Krishna. Only by worshipping Shiva you will not get out of Maya. That verse very clearly say, Harihi nirguna sakshat purusha prakriti para sa sarvadik upadrasta tam bhajan nirguna bhavet. Nirguna. If you want to get out of the Maya, no more guna, then you have to worship Hari, Krishna. You know what Lord Shiva says? 7.14 Bhagavad Gita. In the purport you will see, Lord Shiva says, Prabhupada put it, Mukti pradata sarve sam Vishnu revana samsaya. Only Vishnu can give you liberation, nobody else. He could have said, one Shiva Bhakta told me, literally, Western body. He said, Shiva can give liberation. I said, show me where. Where did Shiva say it? Then I opened 7.14, the famous verse. I said, look at this here. Shiva himself says, Mukti pradata sarvesam Vishnu revana samsaya. But Shiva can give liberation. I say, what kind of liberation? He cannot give something he does not have. He can give you liberation to get out of Maya, but he cannot take you to Golok Vrindavan. Not possible. Is that clear, everybody? I'm giving you a reference. It is not just an opinion. Shiva himself says, Vishnu can give you liberation. And the last one, number 5, Prithak Abhiman. Prithak Abhiman means that I have my room, I have my income, I have my hidden bank account, I have my hidden boyfriend, girlfriend, I have a hidden idea. This separate existence, you know where it's coming from? Shiva. In spiritual world, you don't need to hide anything. You have a abundant. This separate interest, separate selfish idea, it's coming from, where from? Brahma Samhita 5.16. Ahankara atmakam visham tasmadetad vijayata. You remember Jayadratha's story? Didn't I say that last week? Or maybe not. I don't remember. It's a long story. Or even Kangsha. Kangsha was worshipping Shiva every day. Shiva appeared in front of him. What do you want, Kangsha? He said, I want a boon. Nobody can kill me. Wow. Nobody can kill me. So Shiva said, nobody. What about except one? Who? Your nephew. Nephew? Okay, no problem. That time he had no nephew. Because in Indian culture, he was in Mathura. He was a king of Mathura. Nephew, you never will kill mama, Nephew will never kill mama, you know that. That's what you think. But Krishna came as a nephew, did kill his mama. This kind of separate existence, separate individual safety, all these things, is coming from Shiva consciousness. So I'm going to make this very, oh my God, I'm going over the time. Let's finish this. So we have a proper conception. What is proper conception? You remember we discussed this? I am a servant of Krishna. I love Krishna. I want to serve him. I want to love him. When it manifests, you will be 100% happy. Then you have another side. I am nobody's servant. I am on my own. Don't tell me what to do. I don't need any advice. I can figure it out what is good for me. Do you know some people think like that? Sometimes we think like that too. We don't say it. Where this idea coming from? I'm a servant of Krishna. I am nobody's servant. I want to please Krishna. I'm not here to please God. I have nothing to do with it. This opposite character, opposite perception, they meet a place. This meeting place is called Shiva consciousness. Did you get it? A meeting place where you feel like to serve God, you feel like to serve nobody. You like to be very serious devotee, you feel like I need some time off. I want to just relax myself, forget about spiritual. Just the opposite. This meeting point is the Shiva. Because without consciousness, matter has got no value, none to understand. Without consciousness, nothing can be or nothing can come to be cognizable. So, because we have some connection to the material world conception has come sort of position. Otherwise, it's quite darkness. In darkness, you don't see anything. Nobody knows what is there. When we bring light, then we know. So, I hope you understand that proper conception means I'm a servant of God. I have a relationship with God. And misconception is I'm nobody's servant. I can live without serving God. Can't I? Do you believe some people can agree at this moment? If we go outside and ask 10 people, you think some people will say, oh, yeah, I can live without God? Why not? Do you think somebody will say, agree or not? Yes. So try to just write it down. Meeting of this proper conception and misconception is called Shiva consciousness. Means it has both. When you say, no, 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 I'm servant of Krishna, I have no other. I'm just always servant of Prabhupada, I'm serving Vaishnavas, I'm always servant. I don't have any other idea. Then you are advanced. But that is also part of Shiva consciousness, but you are going towards spiritual world. Or you can say Vishnu Tattva Shiva. You say, I'm nobody's servant. I'll do whatever I want. You don't have to tell me. You're going to Rudra Tattva Shiva, going down, down. So everybody began in the material world with this Shiva consciousness. I'm nobody's servant. Then you become devotee. I am servant of Krishna. Can you see sometime within you? Yes, that is Shiva consciousness. That is Shiva consciousness. Can living entity be Shiva also, Rudra also? Yes. Adilila 6.79. Okay, I say a lot of things. I'm going to tell you a funny story and then we can end here. Just very short story. There was which pastime did I tell you last time? I don't know if
Prabhuji, you
you
said about the Gopeshwar Mahadev pastime and the um, Rameshwaram Shivlingam pastime.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. I didn't tell you about a young boy, poor boy. Okay, I'll just tell you this story. There are many pastimes. This is a true story, very unique. Um, a poor boy who at his teenager age, his uh, parents both got blindness, and he had a lot of tough struggle in life. He had to take the parents to the toilet, bathe them, dress them because they are blind. They cannot do anything. And he came to a point where he had to even beg livelihood to maintain them. As he grow up, 18, 19, and he's thinking, how am I going to get out of this poverty, blindness of parents? Then one day he saw a beautiful girl, the richest man of that village, his only daughter. And he's thinking, oh, that will be great if I could marry her. Then I'll have no more problem of the money. Anyway, he was somehow or other very nicely serving his parents, even though they're blind. And he came to a point where he was walking by a park area where he met some devotees. And the devotees said, hey, if you have a problem, life problem will be solved if you take shelter of Krishna. So, really? Okay. So he took shelter of Krishna and he started chanting. And of course, he doesn't get much time, but once in a while he comes there, takes some prasadam, he chants like this. One day, as he was going by, he saw some villager was performing Shivaratri, Lord Shiva Puja. And he said, what's going on here? He said, oh, we are doing Shiva Puja. He said, why? He said, all your problem will be solved. He said, really? Problem will be solved. How do you do it? So they shown him how to do the Shiva Puja. So he purchased things and he went back to his house. And he was ready to do. And he started doing Shiva Puja. When he is about to finish, Lord Shiva really appeared to him. Yeah, it's very rare. And he said, Lord Shiva told him, look, I'm very pleased with your service, with your endeavor. But before you ask anything, I'll tell you only one thing, that I cannot give you two, three blessings. You can ask only for one boon. Now, that boy, even though he's poor, but he was intelligent. He said, my Lord, can you give me one day? Can I tell you tomorrow? I cannot tell you right now what I want. I want to tell you tomorrow. He didn't say why. Lord Shiva agreed. He said, okay, tomorrow you do the same way worship, I'll appear and I'll give you. But make sure, only one boon, not two or three. So then in the morning he went to the Hare Krishna temple and he had some friendship. So he asked a very intelligent devotee. He said, I need so many things. And last night actually Shiva appeared. So he said, okay, that sounds very good. He said, but I need so many things. And Shiva said he will give only one thing. So he said, what do you need? He said, my parents are blind. And I'm going to ask you, see if he is intelligent or not. He said to that devotee, my parents are blind. I don't have any money. Every day I have to struggle and beg. It is too much. I need wealth. So I need blindness to be removed from the parents. I need wealth. And I'm being honest to you. Recently, I met this girl and happened to be the richest man's only daughter. I want to marry her. Oh. And then he said, I actually have more, but these are the most important three things. So then, devotees are very intelligent. They paraphrase into one boon. He said, when Shiva comes, you ask for this. So next day he did puja very nicely. And Lord Shiva appeared. He says, Lord Shiva says, now remember, one boon I'm going to give you. He said, yes, my Lord. Give me one boon, that my parents will be able to see their grandchild eating in a golden plate in a palace. Did you get it? This is called Hare Krishna devotees. They're intelligent. Even materially, when they live, they should live with intelligence. Then you can have a balanced life. So when Lord Shiva heard it, he said, how did you come up with this? Because Lord Shiva knows what he needs, because his consciousness is there. He said, the devotee gave me that. Then Lord Shiva was very happy. He said, always stay with the devotees, make your life success. And now you got this boon. Okay, you will marry that rich girl, and you will have enough wealth, and your parents will be able to see them eyesight back, and they will see your child eating on a golden plate. Lord Shiva Mahadev ki jai. Okay. Any take back? Any takeaway? Anyone going to share?
Broji was a really nice class, and the notes, like the important points that you said, were really good to learn, like how you talked about the now, like in summary from both last time and this time, we know like the three Shiva, which is like Vishnu Tattva Shiva, Shambhu Tattva Shiva, and Rudra Tattva Shiva. How our lives, our consciousness is like we're always under the influence of the modes of material nature, which is Shiva consciousness. So like it's not like we as a soul are desiring this or doing this. It's actually under Shiva consciousness that we're doing the stuff we're doing and how we're like in the material world.
Very good. Unless you adapt Krishna consciousness, you can never get out. This is good. I'm glad you got it. When you say, I want to serve Krishna, that is soul. That is not Shiva consciousness. Okay, that's very good. Okay, anyone else? Mother Krishna Chokshi, you want to share something?
Yes, Prabhuji. So, the takeaway I took from the class today was that, like we need to go back to Godhead, and then, like, even though like if we get like gold chain or like a silver chain or like bronze chain, it's still a chain, and then it will still like be painful. So, we need to get above all that, and then do bhakti and get close to Krishna.
Good, good, very good. Thank you. Okay. And nobody else is there. Oh, someone else is here. Priyansh, Ritik.
Prabhuji, what we learned from class was at the beginning, you said that no matter how you are in jail, I think this is what Krishna Chokshi said, and no matter how you're in jail, you're still in jail. Even if you get less suffering or more suffering, you're still suffering. And that suffering level is trying to hide you from actually trying to get out of your jail. So their goal is to actually get out.
Very good. Yes. Our purpose always focus. Yes, we want a comfort life, but ultimately to get out of this material nature. Thank you. That was very nice. Okay. If no one else, then we can close here.
Yes, Prabhuji, if anyone else doesn't have any additional takebacks or comments, then we can conclude the class, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji, again for such a exclusive class on Krishna or Shiva, and such a wonderful class on Shivratri, the 2 sessions. And thank you very much, Prabhuji. We
Thank
learned a
you.
lot from it. that we never knew before.
Thank you. Vancha kalpa taruvesya kripa sindhave cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo. Srila Prabhupada ki
Yeah.
jai. Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol, Har Har Mahadev.